Another tool that is very useful for financial modeling is a goal seek. If you know the answer you want, but want to know what input you need to achieve it, you can work backward using a goal seek. Now, in order to run a goal seek, you must have a formula and a hard-coded input cell that drives this formula. It doesn't matter how complicated the model is. As long as there is a direct link between the formula and the input cell, the goal seek will calculate the result correctly. And remember, the input cell must be hard-coded. It won't work if the input cell contains a formula. Alright, let's dive into goal seeking. What a goal seek is and how it is best demonstrated using a simple model. Let's take the project cost analysis for a practical example of how to use a goal to limit project costs. I've used simple formulas to calculate the total cost of a project based on the number of days worked, costing $303,375. Now, unfortunately, I've only budgeted for $250,000 in staff costs. If I want the project to come in under budget, I need to know how much I need to cut the days worked by. I can manually tweak the number of days that have been input in cell D4, but it would take a long time to get the number exactly right. Now, keep in mind, like most things in Excel, there are many ways to accomplish the same thing. So by using a goal seek, I can do it in seconds. Let's go ahead and click on the Data tab of the ribbon. In the Forecast section, select What If Analysis and then select Goal Seek. The Goal Seek dialog box appears. It's a small box that has 3 fields. In the Set Cell field, ensure that the cell contains the outcome you want, the total cost in cell D12. Next up, in the To Value field, enter the number you want D12 to be, for example, $250,000. Now in the By Changing Cell field, enter the cell you want to change, the project days in cell D4. Press OK. The number of project days in cell D4 automatically changes to 74.165 blah blah blah, which is much more information than you probably need. Round it down manually by typing 74 into cell D4, changing the total costings so that they come down just under the $250,000 mark that you need. So really simple but really helpful. Keep in mind that if you tried manually entering a number with decimal places into a cell D4, the data validation you created earlier in this section would not allow it. Because a goal seek is essentially pasting the number into a cell, it circumvents the data validation rule as though you had copy and pasted the value. Using a goal seek is also a very helpful tool for break-even analysis. So we're going to perform a simple break-even calculation using a goal seek. You'd like to know the minimum number of students that need to enroll to cover costs, the break-even point. Step 1 is to go to the Assumptions worksheet and try changing the number of students enrolled from 5,649 to 1,000. Go back to the Income Statement worksheet and you'll see that the profitability has dropped from 51% to 5%. And again, I could continue to do this manually until I reach 0. But the good news is that a goal seek would be much quicker and much more accurate. On the Data tab on the ribbon in the Forecast section, select What If Analysis and then select Goal Seek. The Goal Seek dialog box appears. In the Set Cell field, enter the cell that contains the outcome you want, the profit, C24. In the To Value field, enter the number that you want C24 to be, 0. In the By Changing Cell field, enter the cell that you want to change, the students enrolled on the Assumptions page, cell A3. We are ready to press OK. The number of students in cell A3 on the Assumptions page automatically changes to 912, which is the break-even point. And if I go up to the Income Statement worksheet, the profit margin is set to 0, so thumbs up. With the goal seek, calculating the break-even was much easier and quicker.